Welcome back to another Chess Survivors devlog. If you're new here, hi, I'm Aarimous. My game Chess Survivors is a unique turn-based bullet heaven roguelike where the player fights off an ever-growing horde of chest-based enemies. Now, I released this game a few months ago and have since started working on my next project. But you see, the thing is, Chess Survivors was my first real game, and I frankly still enjoy procrastinating on this new project by coming back to developing Chess Survivors. There's just something rewarding and ultimately cozy about it. For me, the winter holidays are here, which means I have an extra few days off from work. So let's do something fun with that time and work on adding endless mode to Chess Survivors. This has been a long requested feature ever since the game went into early access, and it's even a fairly common game mode you'll find in other bullet heaven games like Vampire Survivors or Brotato. Now, I already have a few ideas for how I want to implement this feature, but first let's write them all down so I can make sure this scope fits correctly. You see, one of my goals here is to design endless mode in a way where I won't have to rework too much of the game. All right, so this ended up being a fairly long to-do list, but I'm just gonna start with the easiest thing I can think of and add a start new endless mode button to the game over screen. Easy enough. Now, let's hook it up to the code so it actually does something when you press the button, and just like that, we found our first hurdle. You see, Chess Survivors was built with only 3 acts in mind, and I have a lot of stuff that happens when I switch the game into a game over state. So before I dive in and start making a mess of my code, I'm gonna go for a quick walk and think this through. All right, that was a pretty helpful walk, actually. I think I have a pretty good idea of how I want to approach that. So if you're stuck and you don't know what to do, just take a step away from the keyboard before you start making a mess out of your code and go think about what you want to do before you actually start doing it. My plan is going to be to simply generate a new endless act data on the fly, but in order to do that, I also need to create a new state for the game called endless mode, which means I had to undo a bunch of the stuff I do for the game over state. And at this point, I'm not really sure what stuff I get to undo, but I think I can figure that out here. So wish me luck, and I'll check back in once I've made some more progress. Hey there, Aarimous from the future here. Now, I won't bore you with all the details of what I did for this initial setup, but I had a pretty good lesson I learned here as I made a lot of assumptions back when I made the game over state. And although that made this work a bit harder, hindsight is 2020, so I'm not mad at my past self by any means. I was simply making it good enough back for the scope I had at the time. And I think it's important to try not to over-engineer our systems when we're building them. Our time is precious, and you're never gonna get that back, so spend it wisely. Like checking out the sponsor of this video, Brilliant. I love learning new things. It keeps me more engaged in my own life, but I often find it challenging to stay focused and committed to learning something new. That's where Brilliant comes in. Their ever-expanding catalog has thousands of courses covering a wide array of topics, including subjects like computer science, math, and even artificial intelligence. Their Vectors course has been particularly beneficial for me while developing Chess Survivors. Given the grid-based movement in the game, understanding exactly how to manipulate vectors became crucial for the success of this game. All of their courses are broken down into interactive and bite-sized chunks, which made it easy for me to fit into my already busy day. To try everything Brilliant has to offer free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/Aarimous or click the link down in the description. The first 200 of you will get a 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription. And I want to say a quick thank you to Brilliant for supporting both me and my game development journey. Okay, so that took a bit longer than I was planning for it to take, but we got there in the end. I can now start a new endless act, and while it's still rough, it is technically working. For now, I just copied over Act 3 data, and I think it's a good start, so we can pick back up tomorrow morning. Good morning. All right, so this is gonna be a pretty good game dev session. I had a good night of sleep and I'm ready to tackle it. Today, I wanna take endless mode and make it really feel like it's part of the game. That means adding in specific act numbers, maybe some act modifiers, probably have to go in and do quite a bit of bug fixing and stuff like that, but all of those little pieces will go a long way. So I'm just gonna throw on some music, enjoy this tea here, and then I'm just gonna dive into it and see what I can get done. Today ended up being a pretty special day. I got into a nice flow state, and for me, that's where I'm gonna go and try to make a small change, run the game, test it a bit, see something else that needs to get changed, or have an idea for how to do something a bit better, and I'm just kind of organically off the cuff gonna go and fix it. test it again, see something new, and keep repeating that cycle. And before you know it, it's been 3 or 4 hours, the game is in a great state, and I've made a tremendous amount of progress. So no, I didn't get everything on that to-do list done, but I find this organic process gets a lot more progress done than if I stick to a very strict script. So successful day. I'm excited for tomorrow. It's the last day of my little mini vacation here, so let's see if we can wrap it up tomorrow morning. Today is the last day of my mini vacation, which means it's finally time to tackle the endless mode specific difficulty curve. And that means touching a system that I admit is pretty ugly, and I bet you want me to change it, I want me to change it, but that's out of scope. We're not gonna do that here. I'm just gonna make it work with what's designed. I'm gonna also add in a bit more randomness to the map hazards here, and then we'll do some more act difficulty mods to make it a bit more random. My goal with this is to create a system where there's random spikiness to each act, and some of these endless acts are going to feel more difficult than others. Now, one of the big things I'm focusing on here is not getting the perfect balance, but just getting the structure right. I trust that once I get this in the hands of some players, they'll give me some feedback, and I can come back and fine tune those pieces later. And right now, I just got to focus on getting it implemented and out the door. So let me focus on that for now, and we'll see how much I can get done today. Sweet, that actually wasn't too bad, but I did forget one key change. One of my goals with Endless Mode is, instead of the player just collecting a bunch of abilities and upgrading them as far as possible, I want them to lean into their current build. So I'm gonna make a quick change to my loot generator class here and prevent the player from getting any new abilities as options once they level up. Now, this will only kick in for the Endless Mode system, and I'm hoping that this allows them to really lean into their current build. One other change I want to make to help support this is that I want each ability to have a few of its properties have like this additional endless upgrade kind of at the end of the current upgrade tiers. And this actually looks to be pretty easy. I can just update this property class right here and add a new variable to pass in, which is going to be the endless modifier. And then if I just change a few other systems here, once we get to the top end of those upgrades, the player will simply get the endless option as the upgrade choice. So I'll just go through all of the old abilities and I think I'm done. Okay, so I still absolutely need to polish this a bit more, and there's gonna be some balance issues, but I got it added to the 1.3 patch, which launched just in time for the winter sale where you can grab Chess Survivors for 50% off. There's a link below to my Discord. I'd be thrilled if you join it. Give me some feedback. I'd love to hear about your projects you're working on. Maybe I could play test your games for you, and we can just hang out and have a good time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Aarimous. Happy holidays.